Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Good evening, I'm Jen Ah. Here are your top stories presented by Carnegie Heights. Governor Steve SISOLAK is ordering state flags to be flown at half staff today as Nevada has surpassed 5,000 coronavirus deaths. You're looking at pictures of the lives lost. Today is also the eve of the anniversary of the first confirmed COVID case in our state.
Kathy and I send our love and condolences to you and know that our state will forever keep their legacy and their memory near our hearts.
SISOLAK marked this milestone by also asking Nevadans to have a moment of silence tonight. In another memorial, the Vegas Strong banner at T-Mobile Arena has updated its death toll. The banner, as you may know, memorializes the victims of the mass shooting at the Route 91 Harvest Music Festival. The Golden Knights organization says the stars and names of Samantha Arjun and Kimberly Gervais were added, bringing the total number to 60. Earlier in our 7 a.m. newscast, we told you about a report card, not for students, but on how school officials are handling this pandemic. As you can see, the grades are less than stellar, with about half of the voters saying they're unhappy with our local officials. Review-Journal's Julie Wooten says these results aren't surprising.
Mostly because this fall and into the spring, school boards and the superintendent are the ones who make reopening related decisions. And while Governor SISOLAK has issued emergency directives that affect school operations, ultimately the school board and the superintendent are the ones who make the day-to-day decisions.
For more details, head over to lvrj.com/polls. Local parents are suing 4 national baby food manufacturers, claiming that some of their products are tainted with toxic metals. The parents' lawyers with Eglett Adams and Kemp Jones say the children named in the lawsuits suffer from autism. These baby food manufacturers are named in the lawsuit along with these following local grocery stores. In response, Nurture saying it stands by the quality and safety of all of its products. Beechnut Nutrition saying it's committed to continually refining its internal standards and testing processes. Gerber saying we fully stand behind the safety of all of our products. La Bonita saying we will look into it. So far, no comment from Mariana's Supermarkets, Meat Market, and Hanes Celestial Group. An innovative pilot program launched in downtown Las Vegas this month aims to reduce traffic congestion and increase roadway safety in the area. Review-Journal's Renee Summerhour has more on this. Renee?
Jen, the 6-month trial project is a collaboration between Cox Communication and the city, focusing on a portion of Main Street. The spaces feature 2 digital kiosks that incorporate video analysis and smart parking technology to increase the efficiency of curb loading areas for taxis and ride-hauling services. The RJ's own Mick Akers tells us how the kiosks plans to do this with cameras and a parking countdown.
And once the countdown ends, they're going to get an alert saying, hey, you have to move your vehicle. It sends an alert to the city. They won't get a citation right away, but they'll have an agent come out, if they're there for too long, and then they can face a citation.
For more on this innovative pilot program, log on to lvrj.com. Jen?
Your entertainment news, sponsored by Las Vegas Motor Speedway, is our top trending story on lvrj.com. More than a dozen KSNV News 3 employees have been laid off this week. 4 well-known personalities were let go in sweeping moves. Their profiles already taken down from the News 3 website. The weekend anchor Gerard Ramalho, daytime anchor Heather Mills, weekend weatherman Jerry Brown, and sports anchor Amber Dixon. The station's owner, Sinclair Broadcast Group, is citing the pandemic for eliminating hundreds of jobs around the country. Now it's time for your weather, sponsored by Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. We're looking at temps to dip down into the 40s later tonight. Expect some slight breezes and clear skies. Then, looking ahead to our 7-day forecast, tomorrow's expected to warm up to around 75 degrees. The weekend will also be in the mid-70s range with some clouds coming in. Right now, it's looking like this weather will continue through the beginning of next week with some winds expected before cooling off again. In your business news, sponsored by Bank of Nevada, Bank on Accountability. Looks like Las Vegas has reason to be hopeful. While the pandemic has kept major conventions away, Review Journal's Bailey Schultz says there's an upcoming one that could be a good sign for the city.
World of Concrete keeps its plans, comes here in June, things are successful. It sounds like a lot of those bookings that we see in the latter half of the year will likely continue and keep their schedule, and that's when things could really start picking up for Las Vegas.
In fact, several conventions are booked already for the summer.
Sports, sponsored by Scenic Brewing Company. With this sports update, I'm Cassie SOTO. NASCAR weekend is back in Las Vegas, and it is a complete sellout. Las Vegas Motor Speedway announced that no tickets remain for the Pennzoil 400 on Sunday. A limited 15% capacity allowed for 12,500 tickets for Friday's Bucked Up 200 Truck Series race and Saturday's Allsco Uniforms 300 Xfinity Series event. Those two events have joined Sunday's Cup Series Pennzoil 400 as sellouts. Now here's this sports betting update. DraftKings is now the official sportsbook and daily fantasy partner of the UFC in the United States and Canada. The deal was announced by the companies Thursday morning. A DraftKings branded clock counting down the time in each round will be visible to fighters and spectators. It will debut at UFC 259 on Saturday at the Apex in Las Vegas.
In your health news, sponsored by Forum Dental, love your smile again. Getting a COVID vaccination appointment used to be like getting a golden ticket, difficult. Southern Nevada Health District officials are working to increase capacity at current vaccination sites to accommodate more eligible groups. So they say getting that shot is now easier. In your lifestyle news, sponsored by Get Healthy, Clark County. Henderson is getting some new food options, Asian, Latin, Indian, but there won't be a space to sit and order. Instead, customers can order online and have their food delivered or come pick it up. The location will also have a coffee shop with all sorts of treats. The Plug is described as part ghost kitchen, part lifesaver. That's a wrap for tonight's 7 at 7. Thank you for watching. I'm Jen Ah. We know you're busy, so we've built a newscast to fit your lifestyle. Catch us on the RJ mobile app, Amazon Fire TV, and so much more. Plus, you can join us tomorrow for 7 at 7 a.m. Have a great night.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update, sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.